was always something that I'd done. But I don't wanna live that way, reading into every word you say. You said that you could let it go, and I wouldn't get you hung up on somebody that you used to know.
Turn up the coffee up, because I can never know we were nothing. I need your love, but you treat me like a stranger, and I feel so rough. Turn up the stove so low, have your friends collect your tickets and then change your
I'm not crying, you're crying. I need an eye check.
we were together. Like when you said you felt so happy you could die. I told myself that you were right for me.
greatest oak was once a little nut who held its ground. I spelled was W-A and ground G-R-O-U-D. Forgot.
Now and then I think of when we were together, like when you said you felt so happy you could die. I told myself that you were right for me, but felt so lonely in your company. But that was love and it's an ache I still remember. You can get addicted to a certain kind of sadness, like resignation to the end, always the end. So when we found that we could not make sense, well, you said that we would still be friends. But I'll admit that I was glad it was over. You didn't have to cut me off, think I like it never happened. No, we were nothing. I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger and I feel so rough. No, you didn't have to stoop so low, have your friends collect your records and look
something that I've done. But I don't wanna live that way, reading into every word you say. You said that you could let it go, and I wouldn't catch you hung up on somebody that you used to know.
Cut me off, thinking I can never know we were nothing. I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger, and I feel so rough. I didn't stoop so low. Have your friends collect your records and then change your number. Listen, I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Somebody I used to know. Somebody that I used to know. Somebody I used to know. Somebody that I used to know. I used to know. That I used to know. I used to know somebody.
One day no problem.
He threatened to release them, and I do not know why. 2007 to 2009. I sent them to him via email after learning that my next ex showed his friends my nickname in high school at 15, 16, and 17 was Pepperoni Nipples. Awesome. And I knew that because my friend told me in 2008, 12th grade. I don't know why he would threaten to release child pornography photos. However, I do know that the police officer involved in this didn't call me back to let me know if the order of protection was served like he told me he would, and that was over 2 months ago. I don't live, there's a 911 call, there's a formal interview. I provided him with as much information as possible, and he kept saying that, like I have it on recording, fuck. Just play it for you. Because why not, right? Defund the police, please. So I can, feel safe at home. If this can happen to me, this can happen to fucking anyone. And, the fact that I just learned through my friends from high school that this happened again to another young woman, and, don't you guys understand how devastating this is to people? It's the same high school, and the whole fucking school board is saying that it's not Medway's problem. Medway has a lot of problems. Ask the DeJong family, ask the Everly family, ask the Funston family, I can't even with this, Medway did nothing wrong bullshit. Medway does everything wrong every single day, and they have since they were, I can't even. This is bad shit, man. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, lay, flip cup. Hashtag fucking hate when that happens. Don't autoplay, please. He was bragging. This is it. It is 25 minutes long, so please strap in. Hi. Hi. Thanks for calling me back. Yes, I just received 4 emails after I told him to stop contacting me. I'm disabled and I have pretty severe mental health problems.
He knows that, and all of his emails are very derogatory towards my disabilities. And he also admitted that he has photos of me when I was 15 nude. And then he smiled like in the message as if like he was bragging about it. So I don't really know what.
Sorry, I'm just going to stop you for a second and ask you a few questions. Is this an ex-boyfriend or a boyfriend?
This is an ex-boyfriend from high school, so over 10 years ago.
Okay, how old are you now?
28.
So, as far as these photos or alleged photos of a 15-year-old, would he have access to anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. But would those have been given to him at the time, voluntarily?
I showed them to him via email because they were being spread around my high school at the time.
Okay. But obviously,
I don't know anything.
You don't want him to disseminate them, obviously, which is kind of thing.
Yeah, he told me previously that when we first started like talking again, he said that he didn't keep the photos and he deleted them right away. So I'm just really nervous about what he possibly did with them or why he lied. And he's also acting extremely aggressive, and he knows where I live. I don't know.
Okay, so do you want an officer to come out and see you, and then did he live in London?
I think he lives outside of London, like near Lucan area.
I don't know if this is an accent.
Yeah.
He knows where I live. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I don't know shit.
It doesn't really matter. We still would have to send an officer because it would be kind of a deemed a domestic situation. But
Right.
I guess are you looking?
Fucking
I don't know.
defund the police.
Okay, so
Like, what are you doing?
do you want an officer to come out and see you, and then did he live in London?
I think he lives
Of course I do, dude.
outside of London, like near Lucan area.
So definitely
Put
outside
on
of
my
city
fucking
limits.
girl
Yeah.
voice for the phone call to be taken seriously.
It doesn't really matter. We still would have to send an officer
Super
because
good
it
for
would
my
be kind
recovery,
of
though.
a
Is he an
deemed a
ex-boyfriend
domestic
or a current
situation. But
boyfriend?
Right.
I
How
guess
many times did folks ask that?
are you looking for advice or more for an officer to come out and see you and go and talk to him and things like that? Because in order for that to happen, I can't just
Right.
call him over the phone. I would have
Part
to
of their
just ask
job.
someone.
I mean, I think somebody should go talk to him. I blocked him on 2 different platforms, and he kept reaching out, and it just kept getting worse. So it doesn't seem like him at all. And to be honest with you,
If you don't know what this is called, it's called advocating for yourself. You should try it. Defund the police. Also, let me know if he got it. I don't know still.
like, I'm like pretty triggered by what I read. So, like, I'm okay, but
Using your normie terms,
like,
talk, fuck off.
I know he's got his own mental health problems, so I just really don't know why he's doing this. But it seems like he's not well.
No shit.
Okay, so I'll
Somebody call his mom. Somebody call his mom.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Right.
No.
I can check 1 second. I don't think I have his phone number. I only have him over Facebook.
Okay, we don't normally contact people on Facebook, obviously.
No shit, dude. Go talk to him.
Oh yeah, I figured.
So, sorry, he has your email address that you received 4 emails?
Email.
Yeah, I received, so the first one came,
Remove it. It's in emails.
I was playing a game online, and he started messaging me on there, so I blocked him, and then I started getting messages on my email. So at 9:57 I got one, 9:58 I got one, 10:08 I got one, and then 10:15 I got one.
So these messages, are they like lengthy or are they just a few lines?
Why does that
Both.
matter?
Like, there's like a paragraph, and then a sentence, and then a paragraph, and then a sentence, and they're all pretty abusive.
He was writing a song.
Okay, read one, give me an example. I don't know what you're referring to.
Figure yourself a minute for me, please.
LOL, quote, I have disabilities, you're just weak. If that's all it took to make you block me, then good riddance. Feel free to never bug your ex with, I had this boy over, I might be lesbian or bi nonsense. It was really insensitive of you, and you obviously only care about yourself. Saying things like that and then blocking me, in my opinion. You obviously only care about your opinion, and that seems to be working for you. Later, quote unquote, bud, leave me alone.
Later,
And then the next one was also, the video barely saw your butt, you're delusional. I'm going through a criminal case right now when I'm reporting sexual assault, so that was really triggering to see, because that's part of the evidence, is that video that he's referring to. And the next one says, guess I'll just say piss off and never talk to me again before you block me. If you choose to unblock me, don't. I was done speaking with you years ago. Good to know I was better off without you in my life, though. I'll take the closure knowing I dodged crazy. Heart. And then the last one was, I also still have the pictures, smiley face.
Disgusting.
Okay. Sorry, who is this again? What's the person's name?
His name is Brent
Finally.
Tinning.
Spell last name.
Tinning.
T-I-N.
And N is in Nancy.
Yes.
And no S in Tinning.
No.
Do you know his date of birth?
I forgot. Sorry.
I don't. Not off, like, no.
Do you know his age?
Yeah, he should be like 29, 30. 30, I think.
Do you know his address?
He lives in Welburn with his parents.
He lives in Melbourne?
Welburn, Wellburn.
Melbourne. Where would that be? Is it up near Lucan?
Yeah, so it's north of the city. It's a small town. I think it's a little bit closer to St. Mary's.
Canadian Heritage moment, guys.
I can find it.
Hello. Gay on the farm, bro. I didn't know any gay people growing up.
He lives on Gregory Drive.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Gregory Drive.
Don't kill me, please.
Gregory Drive.
Trying to live my life.
I believe.
I'm just so
Sorry.
sorry on purpose right now to deal with this for you guys.
He definitely lives with his parents.
Yeah, it's like a rural number, so 17668 Gregory Drive.
Google. Thanks.
Okay.
Didn't dox him. It's on Google.
Brent Tinning, 30 years lives with his parents, don't know date of birth, and you don't have a cell phone number for him, correct?
Right.
Did you communicate with an email? With the email?
Yeah, he had my email since high school, so the email he used which he told me he didn't know was B period tinning, and then 7931 at gmail.com.
7931
Yeah.
at gmail.com. And sorry, it was B period tinning, TINNING.
Yes.
7931. So that's how you communicate with him, just by the that, or is it Facebook?
To be honest with you, mostly Facebook. This is the first time he's ever emailed me.
Okay.
Like, I've tried to block him on everything, and he just keeps trying to contact me, and I've already asked him to stop.
Obviously, he lives in OPP territory. He doesn't live in our jurisdiction.
Right.
But, I mean, obviously, so the two of you are ex-boyfriend, girlfriend. Well, you had dated in the past, like,
Yeah.
like 10 years ago?
10 years ago, yeah. Like, I honestly, I like, since COVID, people have been reaching out, like, from high school and stuff. And so I entertained, like, oh, how are you? What's going on? And then I let him know about what I'm doing with, like, reporting and the investigation. And he, like, I don't know, he's using it all against me now. And it's so bad. Like, I don't even know how to, like, I don't know. Like,
But the other day, what would you like the police to do? Because it's like the messages are, you know, they're not criminal in nature. I realize you're not really harassing. I realize if you don't want to talk to this person anymore, you would, you know, do the normal things we would all do, whether you just want or whatever.
right. I feel like I have been,
social media that you want, but what is it that you're looking to have done? I guess that's all.
I don't want him contact me at all, ever. I've asked him to stop on multiple platforms and then blocked him, and he still contacts me, and I have to keep blocking him. And every time that happens, I get re-traumatized because it's always extremely abusive language.
They don't know how, like, if you block, you know how to be able to communicate with you.
He goes through a different platform. So,
For example,
so if I block him on Facebook, then he'll try and contact me on, like, World of Warcraft online, or if when I block him on that, he'll try and contact me on Instagram, and then when I blocked him on that, he tried to contact me via email. So I'm just worried that he's just going to show up. I'm also worried about what he did with the pictures, and if he still has them. I honestly have a lot of trauma regarding that, and like, this is like extremely, like, this is harassment in my opinion, because of what he knows about me. And
the photos are of you when
Yeah.
you were 15.
yeah,
You had shown them to him, but are they totally unclothed?
Yeah. Yep. They were sent around the entire high school. I was bullied my entire 12th grade year. Nobody reported it. It was something that I just chose not to talk about. It happened at Medway. And now that thing happened lately, like, everyone, like, I guess he's proud that he got away with it. I don't know what's going on.
So basically, you want the police to communicate between you and him and give him a message of not ceasing all communication in any way with you.
Yes, that would be ideal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it in any way possible to, like, force him to remove those photos from his, like, possession, because they're, like,
Well, all we can do is we can have an option. If we're going to see him in person, if that was the case, then the police would tell him that, I mean, we can't force him to remove them. That we can say you can't disseminate those social media outlets, because then you could be liable in a criminal case.
right.
But if he has them on a personal phone or something, I can't force him to delete them. I can suggest that, and maybe he would, because he doesn't want to get himself in trouble.
Yeah.
Because if he does charge currently. So
Okay.
normally when you say those things, it makes someone cooperate
Okay.
and do what we ask. But the only issue, I guess, is that you don't know his phone number. I don't know if his parents have a landline.
They might. They.
If you have a number, then that would be beneficial.
I think I do. Brad. Pretending it's his dad.
While you're looking for that, I'm just going to get a couple of things from it. I
Okay.
need your address.
My address is 176 York Street, Unit 45.
And just your date of birth.
October 4th, 91. No, let's check the yellow pages. Here, Melbourne. Search. Okay. It's weird. They're not online. I have no idea how to get a phone number for him.
Okay, so I guess where I was going this is obviously, we can always have an officer come up to talk to you, which I've already got the information. So if I generate a call to our dispatchers, I would just provide them with everything. But because it's almost midnight on Sunday night, I realize the reason that you got the officer that comes to see you is not going to be able to probably locate. Well, I mean, you could give me the address, so
Yeah.
whether they can find a phone number or not, or I guess where I'm going with it, I don't know. It'd be great to have the officer go out and do a door knock at 1:30 in the morning by the time they come to see you or talk and everything else. So
Right.
would it be better because it doesn't, like no one is in crisis right now, would it be better if I put the information in for an officer to come to see you in the morning so that obviously distance hours?
Yeah, absolutely. That.
A phone call or an officer go up to Welburn. It's not going to be at 2 in the morning, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fine.
What time would work with you?
11 is good. Or 10.
Yeah, all I can do is put in a suggestion, so I can review it for 10 a.m. let's say.
Okay.
Obviously, because of the pandemic, I'm assuming, I don't know if you're going to be going out in and out throughout the day. But,
No, I'm quarantined.
okay. The other, because you said that, the other thing I have to do is ask you 6 questions about COVID-19.
Okay.
So just so I don't forget, I'll put the call in for, let's say, 10 a.m.
Okay.
For tomorrow morning.
Sure.
But it doesn't mean that you're going to have an option on your door at 10. It just, the call goes in the queue at 10. So
Okay.
they might not be able, I mean, if you get up a little earlier, I can put it in for 9, and they might come a little later anyway, but it's up to you.
Okay.
What would you prefer?
Sorry. I mean, whatever's easiest is,
Yeah, I'll put it in for 9 a.m. It doesn't, like, they might not show up till 11, but
that's fine. Yeah.
like I said, they'll have your information. They're going to have the information about Brent
Yeah.
and the address, but they're still going to need to come and see you. Probably look at whatever things that you've been discussing with me, and at the end of the day, they just want to touch base with him
Right.
so that they can tell him that he's off vacation, and maybe, I mean, if they can have him come into London, that would be perfect, and then maybe he could delete any images on his phone, but
Yeah.
we all know that he can always email them to some
Right.
wouldn't get him charged criminally. So,
Perfect. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm worried about.
because you mentioned you're being quarantined, so here are the questions. Have you been confirmed to be infected with COVID-19 virus through medical testing?
No.
Have you been tested and currently under medical observation for COVID-19?
No.
So within the last 2 weeks, 14 days, have you had any contact with an individual who has been confirmed or has been medically identified as a probable case for COVID-19?
No.
Have you returned from travel anywhere outside of Canada in the last 14 days?
No.
And in the last 14 days, have you had any close personal contact with anyone who has traveled outside?
Nope.
And then do you have any of the following symptoms? It would be like a fever, cough, shortness of breath.
Nope.
Okay. So I'll say no to that. Like I said, I'll put the call in for 9.
Okay.
I can't promise when they're going to come out, but at the end of the day, they will discuss the issue with you and hopefully be able to talk to him one way or the other if he comes into London. If you guys figure out, maybe in the meantime, you could, look around, maybe see if you can find a phone number for the parents.
Okay.
If that's possible.
You guys have
Yeah.
it,
Like
let me know.
given us the address, which I will list in the notes
Apparently
there.
I need his phone number.
If he doesn't come to London, then we would have to have OPP probably go to his house. But
Yeah.
again, I don't want to talk to the officer who's going to be coming to see you, but that's normally what would happen. So,
Right. Yeah. It might make more sense if an officer goes and his parents see that too.
yeah, it's just not as great when we're not in control of our own
Oh, I figured. Okay.
You know what I mean?
No, I totally understand that now. I get it. Yeah.
So I'm just going to say the call that you see him as kind of repeated communicating with you kind of unwantedly.
Yeah. After I told him to stop.
A few
Yeah.
other things, and then obviously the officer who comes to see you will have just a little bit of background and know what they're getting into. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see everything. So you have 45 at 176 York Street.
Yep.
I moved.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thanks again, man.
Don't.
Thank
like,
you.
I don't live there, so don't
Bye-bye.
fuck with that place. Like somebody completely innocent lives there, so I had to move, obviously. Minute and 30 seconds left. You want to fast forward 1 minute and 25. Still need his number, guys. Or at least, can you call OPP or London Police Service and like let them know what his number is, please? Like, you don't have to tell me, just fucking tell them. Please, thank you. Love you. Single life for a cowboy, right, guys? Okay, so that minute that you just listen to nothing is pretty important. That was me completely coming back into my body and my mind after that phone call and not being able to do anything other than self-soothe myself. And it took that minute and 30 seconds to do that, which is remarkable for me. I know it might be scary to see. I just want you to know I'm fine. I'm like, I have a whole doctor's team. Like, I'm good. But I just want to show you that, like, this is real and, like, this is what I'm dealing with. And, like, I've been dealing with it for a long time. And, like, it's not my fault that, like, I am who I am. And, like, it's not fair that I have to deal with this. And, like, it's not fair that, like, I didn't know that what consent was. And, like, was taught that because I was female, like, that was my duty as his girlfriend to do that, and, like, nobody questioned it. They just kind of asked me why I was with him, and, like, didn't question what the fuck he was doing. Like, that was unfair. Like, I hated being pitted against other women, because I didn't feel like I could ever talk to them, even though, like, I really wanted to, about what was going on. I really felt like nobody would believe me, because, like, he kind of made that he made that possible, like pitted me against Nicole, and, like, I don't think that was really, like, that was fucked up. Like, I hated it. It was horrible. I'm so much happier now, and, like, the only reason I reached out is because, like, it's been 10 years, so, yeah, like, I kind of wanted to know if he had the pictures, obviously, like, who wouldn't. And, like, he reached out a few times ago, and, like, we've never hung out ever, and, like, then he came to that apartment, and, like, when he showed up, he was drunk. Like, he had been drinking, and the first thing he said to me, like, I could smell it, and I was scared. Like, wouldn't you be? And, like, so obviously I second-guessed myself before letting him in the building, but, like, he talked his way down, you know, like, or up, I guess, but, nothing happened. No worries, guys, like, I'm fully prepared. Like, I don't think you understand, like, I have a mirror in front of me so that I can watch behind me, and, that is how I feel safe. And I have, like, safety nets everywhere around my apartment, so I didn't at that one, and that is why I moved. And, like, I'm not trying to dox my address, I'm just trying to put this out there because, like, I feel like I need help protecting myself, because it's obvious that, like, they're not doing anything for me, and, like, they being, like, Ontario OPP and, like, London Police Services, like, and, like, on a bigger scale, Toronto Police Services, like, it's been rough. Like, yeah, I don't understand how anyone would be able to deal with this if, like, they weren't, like, they didn't look like me when I dressed like a girl. It's fucked up that I have to, like, put on that girly voice. Like, that's not, you guys know that that's not me. It's like a fucking act. Like, I deserve an award too, man. It's fucking shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's so crazy. I don't know if that was insensitive or not, but I'm never gonna do that again because it felt gross to say that. So I'm sorry. Like, checking myself. This is why I don't do this live. Like, I can't even. Like, I feel sick now. There's, like, a memory recall, just saying something off the tip of your tongue. Internalized racism or homophobia is, like, I wonder, it's 100% the reason why I have self-shame, like just automatically hurting somebody because, like, that's how you were taught, was how to treat people. It's, like, really fucked up when, like, you say it out loud to somebody and then they check you and, like, you're like, holy shit, you're right, and then you just feel, like, horrible, and you have to like, reconcile that within yourself. It sucks, but it's so worth it. Like, it's so worth the growth, and, like, yeah, it's gonna take, like, time, obviously. It should take time. It took time to learn that way. It should take time to unlearn that way too. It took me a long time. I'm still working on it, like, just now. I need to. I need to be better so that, like, everyone around me knows that, like, that's how you become a better person. Is like you keep asking your questions and learning and, like, trying to educate yourself and ask the right questions. Like, what can I do as a white person for Black Lives Matter? And go to their website and, like, literally look and check and, like, check your privilege and seriously, like this is gonna be for me. Like, I've lived my life as a heterosexual woman, and it was not me, and I did it because it was safer. And, like, if I had to do that in 1991 to 2020, like, imagine if I looked like any other person. Like, everyone has it worse than me, and that's something that you guys need to understand. Like, my story is not sad. My story is everybody's story who is different, and it's not fair, and it's not okay that just because I'm white, I'm listened to more. And I'm using this platform to speak up about that, because Black Lives fucking matter, and it's not fair. And, like, I grew up with the history of the Black Donnellys in Lucan, Ontario, and honestly, like, my stepfather was wrong. Like, they weren't the ancestors of murderers, and they were, in fact, the ancestors of the Donnellys and the people who murdered the Donnellys. And that's beautiful. That's a morbidly beautiful thing, obviously, and they're my friends, and I will defend them fiercely. And, like, I hate that it goes down in history as this extremely horrible, treacherous event, and like, as the people who were affected by that directly, living around that school, living around that grave site, living around those monuments and museums, it affects your mental health as a child. It makes you believe that those people are real. It proves that the boogeyman exists. It's something that it shouldn't be a museum. It should be destroyed. It was a massacre based on prejudice, and I think every monument regarding the Black Donnelly massacre should be removed immediately, except the Donnelly gravestone. And every single Donnelly ancestor should be a part of that destruction, as well as the ancestors of the church. That's really all I have to say. I'm going to finish drawing this probably at a later date. It's really easy. I just put on a fucking hat. Yeah. Thank you for indulging, or whatever. Have a great one. By the way, this is sponsored by me. And nobody else. Also, I feel like the last thing you should know is that the song I used is copyright free, and that is from the artist's mouth himself. So please do not copyright my video. It's taking a lot of effort to put myself on video, and it's hard enough for me to talk about this shit without having to talk about it again and again and again, because I keep getting censored by YouTube, because this is triggering to other people. Like, if it's triggering to you, then you need to go see a doctor and talk about what's triggering to you, because your triggers should not censor my life experience. Period. I am so empathetic to the fact that you have mental health conditions. However, I'm in Canada, and our mental health, like, programs are free here, and we have more access, so I think it's a little bit safer for me to say that you might need help, and you might need free healthcare too, and, like, you might need to talk to a doctor, and, like, that bias and stigma surrounding just talking to a fucking doctor about why you, like, don't want to live tomorrow, or, like, go to sleep and not wake up, like, that's important. And there's a lot of people who are using social media as a way to connect with other people and giving themselves these labels without actually talking to a professional about what's going on with their own brain health. And I think that that's counterproductive. I think that as people on the planet who have access to the internet, we should be holding these social networks accountable, because they're allowing people like self-proclaimed minor attractive persons or pedophiles onto the internet in order to show that they're here and they're alive, and they're trying to assert dominance over a spectrum of sexuality and gender expression that doesn't include being attracted to people who can't consent, which are children. And that's disgusting. Like, as a survivor, I'd never want to be associated with that, because I went to fucking therapy in order to get over what happened to me and accept that I am proud of who I am. Like, I don't want, it's so triggering. Like, guys, seriously, as like a child, like, pedophile, like, a survivor, like, you cannot assume that children can consent, because PTSD is real, trauma represses memories, and the statute of limitations is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of in my life. Like, abolish the statute of limitations, and let's fucking go with the pedophiles. Like, they're disgusting. Put them all in prison. Take out every single person who's on drug-related charges. Get them help. Get them mental health care. Take out every single person who has a mental health condition and put them into a psychiatrical facility. Do better. Do so much better. Make America better than it's ever been before. Make it better than Canada. Make it better than any country, because that's the goal. The goal isn't to make it great again, it's to make it better than anything it's ever been before. And that's what every country should do. That's what every generation has been striving to do. And, like, we know this. And it's not fair that it has to be dictated by these people. Like, it's ridiculous, and it makes us even more depressed, and our mental health is even more affected. Like, please talk to a doctor or, like, a helpline, and, like, ask people around you if what you're thinking is normal. Ask every person. Just keep asking. Ask why. Ask why. Ask why. Just why? Who watches The Watchmen? Who? Like, am I the only one? Because, like, I have 4 criminal cases or charges that are, like, dictated by the statute of limitations, and I'm the one thriving. Like, how is that possible, right? Meanwhile, all these people are still on the street, and they're possibly hurting other people, and I have to deal with that, even though I reported. Why? That doesn't make any sense. That's not conducive to my mental health. How would that be conducive to any other person, let alone a person of color, a minority, anybody who doesn't look like me, talk like me, who can't talk, can't see, doesn't have hands? I'm a cis AFAB woman. And this happened to me. And I'm white as fuck. Like, I'm almost transparent. Like, if this can happen to me, someone that looks like your daughter, or someone that looks just like you, or your girlfriend, or your wife, it can happen to everyone. And it shouldn't take me using a white platform like YouTube to get that across. It's gross. And it's not fair that, like, my video might be censored because I'm just trying to live my fucking life. Like, that's not fair. Like, I don't know who I am yet. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to help other people try and figure their shit out too, because it's okay to not know. Anyway, create, don't hate. My name's Billy. I love you.